Genghis Khan was the founder and the first Khagan of the Mongol Empire, which later became the largest contiguous land empire in history. Having spent the majority of his life uniting the various Mongol tribes, he launched a series of military campaigns, conquering large parts of China and Central Asia. Genghis Khan was born between 1155 and 1167. The name he was given at birth was Temujin. He was the oldest son of the chieftain of the Borjigin clan, Yesugei. Yesugei died when Temujin was only 8 years old. After the death of his father, the family was abandoned by his clan and left at the Mongol steppe. Temujin built up a small following and allied himself with two other chieftains of Mongol clans, namely Jamukha and Togrul, in the campaign against other Mongol tribes. This alliance would be short-lived as it fell apart in the early 13th century. Temujin, however, was able to defeat both of them and gained total control over both of their tribes. He then formally adopted the title of Genghis Khan in 1206. To get more such lore and mythological stories from around the world, hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. Also, we are so close to reaching 500 subs. Thanks for the support. Now, let's get back to the video. The year of Genghis Khan's birth is widely disputed. For some scholars date his birth to the year of the pig, which is either 1155 or 1167. Others say that he was born in 1162. The birth date of 1155 is supported by the writings of Rashid al-Din and a Chinese diplomat, Zhao Hong, while the birth date of 1162 is supported by major sources like Yuan Shi and the Sengwu. The 1167 dating, favored by Paul Pelliot, is derived from a minor source but is far more compatible with the events of Genghis Khan's life. The origin of his birth name is also contested. The earliest traditions hold that his father had just returned from a successful expedition against the Tatars with a captive named Temujin, after whom he named his newborn in celebration of his victory, while later traditions hold Temur, which means iron, to be the root of his name. The word Temur is also present in two of his siblings. When Genghis Khan was 8 years old, his father decided to marry him to a suitable girl. He took his heir to the pastures of the prestigious Ongirat tribe, which his mother had been born into, and arranged a marriage between Genghis Khan and Borte, the daughter of an Ongirat chieftain. As the betrothal meant Yesugei would gain a powerful ally, and as Borte commanded a high bride price, the chieftain held the strong negotiation position and demanded that Genghis Khan remain in his household to work off his future bride's dowry. They accepted this condition. Yesugei requested a meal from a band of Tatars he encountered while riding homewards alone, relying on the steep tradition of hospitality to strangers. However, the Tatars recognized their old enemy and slipped poison into his food. Yesugei gradually sickened but managed to return home. Close to death, he requested a trusted retainer to retrieve Genghis Khan from the Ongirat. He died soon after. After his father's death, his own clan started to doubt the leadership of his wife, and as Genghis Khan was only 10 years old at that time and his older brother was only 12, they could not hold their father's position as a chieftain and were banished. Taking up a traditional hunter-gatherer lifestyle, they collected roots and nuts, hunted for small animals, and caught fish. As both brothers grew up, tensions rose between Genghis Khan and his older brother, Behtar. Both had claims to be their father's heir. While Genghis Khan was the son of the chief wife, Behtar was the older one. Both had many quarrels as they were growing up. Then, one day, Genghis Khan along with his younger brother, Kasar, ambushed and killed Behtar. This act was omitted from the official chronicles, but not from the secret history. Behtar's younger and full brother did not seek revenge. Instead, he joined forces with Genghis Khan and Kasar and became Genghis Khan's one of the most trusted advisors. As Genghis Khan grew older, he returned to marry Borte. Seeing that his son-in-law is not dead and healthy, the chieftain immediately accepted the proposal of marriage. The chieftain's wife offered Genghis Khan's mother a black sable cloak, which was a great sign of wealth during the time. Seeking a patron, he thought to approach Togrul, the Khan of the Kerat tribe, who had fought alongside Yesugei, the father of Genghis Khan, and had sworn the Anda Pact, which is the most sacred pact among Mongols. It meant the same as a blood pact. Togrul had a big army of around 20,000 men and ruled over hundreds of miles. When Genghis Khan presented the black sable cloak, Togrul welcomed him under his protection. There, both Genghis Khan and Togrul grew closer. Genghis Khan began to build a following. Many new generals came into his service. Soon afterwards, there was an ambush on Genghis Khan and his tribe by the market. While Genghis Khan and his mother were both able to hide and therefore be safe from the attack, his wife and father-in-law got abducted. Genghis Khan requested aid from Togrul and his childhood friend with whom he had an under-pact, Jamukha. Jamukha had grown up to become a chieftain himself in the Jordan tribe. Both Togrul and Jamukha amassed an army of 20,000 soldiers, and with Jamukha as the commander, they were pretty easily able to defeat the enemies and safely recover Borte, his wife, and his father-in-law. Borte was pregnant at the time. There seems to be a conflict of the legitimacy of the child. Nonetheless, Genghis Khan raised the child as his own and named him Jochi. After these incidents, Jamukha and Genghis Khan camped together for over a year, sometimes even sleeping together under the same blanket, according to the secret history texts. While the relationship was a friendship, some scholars say that Genghis Khan might have been working as a nokar, meaning servant, to Jamukha for helping him with the market to retrieve his wife back. After some time, they had a falling out. Many of the scholars say that it was because of some cryptic remark made by Jamukha with regards to the camping, while others say that Borte had a hand in the separation of the two leaders. In any case, the major tribal rulers stayed with Jamukha, while other name rulers went with Genghis Khan, along with many commoners as well. Following the separation, the followers of Genghis Khan acclaimed him as the Khan of the Mongols. Togrul was overjoyed seeing him rise to such high levels, while Jamukha was resentful. Tensions rose between Genghis Khan and Jamukha, and finally around 1187, a war broke out between the two. Although the forces were pretty well matched, it seemed that Genghis Khan had suffered a convincing defeat. In the later chronicles, however, even Rashid al-Din states that Genghis Khan did not suffer any defeat, but their accounts contradict themselves. Many historians and scholars believe that after the defeat against Jamukha, Genghis Khan spent several years as a slave to the Jurkhanjin dynasty. This statement is now believed to be the truth because there are no actual records of Genghis Khan after the war till 1195. In early summer of 1196, Genghis Khan supported the Jin dynasty against the Tatars and was awarded the honorific title of Cha-ut-Kuri. At around the same time, he also assisted Togrul to reclaim the lordship of Kerat as he was overthrown by a family member with the support of the powerful Naiman tribe. Togrul was given the title of Ong Khan for his support in the war against the Tatars. The events of 1196 had one of the first great impacts on Genghis Khan's life. He was now an equal to Togrul rather than a junior. After the win over Genghis Khan, Jamukha started to behave badly, beheading his enemies and humiliating their corpse. Seeing his madness, many of his followers left him and joined the forces with Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan and Togrul started to campaign separately, greatly growing their kingdom. Genghis Khan marched to defeat the Tatars, his long rivals. After finally defeating the tribe, only 3 kingdoms ruled that part of the land. The Mongols, led by Genghis Khan in the east, the Naiman tribe in the west, and Kerat, led by Togrul in between. Seeking to maintain his control, Genghis Khan proposed a marriage between his son and one of Togrul's daughter. Togrul viewed this move as a way for Genghis Khan to gain total dominion over his territory and rule the majority of the area. Also, there was a question of the legitimacy of his son. Many believed that the son was not the legitimate son of Genghis Khan. This, along with Jamukha feeding words of Genghis Khan's betrayal plans, left Togrul to believe that Genghis Khan has become an enemy of the kingdom. He tried to set up an ambush for Genghis Khan, but the plan was overheard, and so Genghis Khan prepared for battle. The first battle, Genghis Khan lost convincingly and retreated. He then called upon all his allies and swore an oath of loyalty called the Baljuna Covenant to his faithful followers. According to this oath, everything he achieved would be shared among all his followers. All of his success and failure Upon hearing this, all his allies rode to battle, defeating both the forces of Togrul and the Nemean tribe. Togrul was killed in battle, while his son was able to retreat. The demise of Jamukha is uncertain. Some say that he faced an honorable death, while other accounts say that he was dismembered. The Baljona covenant consisted of all the major religions in the area, the Christians, the Muslims, and also the Buddhists. After finally defeating both the tribes that controlled the area, Genghis Khan became the sole ruler, controlling over 1 million men and over 15 million animals. He knew that the size of the tribe was always its downfall. People formed different groups and settled on their own lands, sometimes forming a completely different tribe itself. What Genghis Khan did was genius. While gaining control over all the other tribes in the area, he killed all the traditional leaders. He then formed a new form of governing system. The family of Genghis Khan and his brothers were at the top and held the highest power. They were called Altan Uruk, meaning golden family. Below them were Kara Yasun, composed of the surviving pre-empire aristocracy and the most important of the new families. To break any concept of tribal loyalty and instill loyalty to Genghis Khan, he transformed the entire Mongol society into a decimal system of military organization. All the men from the age of 15 to 70 were formed into a Minkan, a unit of 1,000 men, which was further divided into a unit of hundreds and tens. Each of the captured men in battle were put into different Minkan, so they won't form a rebellious group. This proved to be very effective as this system was used by the Mongol to rule even till the 1700s. Under Genghis Khan's leadership, the Mongol Empire expanded rapidly. His conquests extended from the steppes of Central Asia to regions as far-flung as China, Persia, and Russia. Genghis Khan's success on the battlefield was attributed to his innovative military tactics, which included skilled use of cavalry, horse archery, and siege warfare. He also implemented an efficient communication system using a network of mounted messengers and a code of laws known as the Yasa, which promoted discipline and loyalty among his troops. One of the most remarkable aspects of Genghis Khan's conquest was his ability to unite various Mongol tribes and, later, a diverse array of ethnicities under a single banner. His empire stretched across a vast expanse, fostering trade, communication, and cultural exchange along the Silk Road. Genghis Khan's legacy continues to be a subject of historical fascination, as his military achievement and the empire he founded significantly influenced the course of world history. In August 1227, Genghis Khan was leading his troops in a campaign against the Khwarezmian Empire in what is now modern-day Iran and Central Asia. During this time, his army was besieging the city of Nishapur. While the city was under siege, Genghis Khan was reportedly injured during a fight with the defending forces. According to the account provided by a Persian historian, Genghis Khan was wounded in the leg by an arrow. The wound became infected, and the infection ultimately led to his death. It's also important to note that the exact details of Genghis Khan's death are not conclusively known. Other theories and accounts exist, including one suggesting that he was assassinated. The circumstances surrounding his death remain a historical enigma, and different accounts exist in various historical texts. So this was the complete story of Genghis Khan, the one feared by all. He reigned over a huge area, considered to be the largest area ruled by any ruler. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like and subscribe button. If you want, you can watch some of my other videos as well.